complained in Numbers 11th chapter about how, we had it a whole lot sweeter in Egypt. Things was going real well, We had coupons, we had EBT cards, to the club on Fridays and stuff. It was pretty good, man, All the girls there, popping ballers, dudes popping ballers, man. It was real sweet, man. We should have just stayed in Egypt. After all the Most High has done, the mercy that he has showed, the people still was complaining and saying that they had it better than Egypt. But Moses prayed for them again. And the Most High spared them. Then we go to Numbers the 12th chapter. And we see that Aaron and Miriam, which was Moses' brother and sister, Miriam was the prophet, the prophetess, and Aaron was his head priest. Began to complain and let the people gas them up and saying that, we doing some work too. Why has Moses got to be the leader? In that chapter, you will see that Miriam was struck with leprosy. And the only reason that he didn't destroy her and Aaron and the rest of the people that was talking about it was, again, Moses interceding on their behalf. So we see here, time after time, that they could have been took out. Yet the Most High spared them. Then we go to Numbers 13. And they have arrived to the promised land that he has promised them. And you would think now, the people are on board now, they're good. They see the land, they have made it to it. We're going to do this now. We good now. But no. The Most High told them to send out spies. One guy from each tribe. So they sent 12 spies into the land. And man, if you go back in the time and read Numbers the 12th chapter, Numbers 13, man, that land was on, man. It was on. They had grapes so big there that they had to carry them back. Now, when you go in the store, you see these little grapes. They had the grapes so big that they was bringing them back. 2 men. 1 man on the front, 1 man on the back. This is how good they had it in this land. This is how great this land was going to be. But they were so focused on the people there and may not be wanting to give them what the Most High said was theirs, that 10 of the spies brought back what the Bible says was an evil report. Evil report is always when the Most High tells you can do something and you go and say that you can't. The Most High calls that an evil report. So in Numbers 13, as the people believed and received the evil report, in Numbers the 14th chapter, the Bible says in verse 1 there, so all the congregation lifted up their voices and cried, and the people wept that night. And all the children of Israel complained against Moses and Aaron and the whole congregation to them, if only we had died in the land of Egypt. There they go again. If only we had died in the wilderness. Why has the Lord brought us to this land to fall by the sword, that our wives and our children should become victims? Would it be not better for us to return to Egypt? So verse 4 says, so they said to one another, let us select a leader and return to Egypt. Don't that sound like our people today? Don't that sound like us? You have a leader. The Most High raises up a leader in the community and say, you know what? We're about to go away from this bad stuff. We're about to go against this evil doing, and we're gonna go forward. We're gonna be righteous. We're gonna do what thus says the Lord. We're gonna build a church, and we're gonna do what thus says the Lord. And soon as rough times come, soon as it get hard, you know what? Let's just go back. Let's go back to selling drugs. Let's go back to robbing. Let's go back to pimping our women. Let's just go back to nothing. Don't that sound like our people? And the Most High was fed up. So you'll see here in your own time, when you read Numbers the 14th chapter, the Bible says that he said for every day that they spied out the land shall be a year that you have to spend in this wilderness. And so, as a result of that, they had to spend 40 years in the wilderness. And all of those who came out of Egypt that were 20 years older, 20 years and older, died in the wilderness. The Most High said they would not enter into the land. Since you said that you can't have it, since I'm lying, Most High said you can't have it. So he didn't allow the adults to go in, but he waited until the children came, and he allowed them to go in. Now let's fast forward to Joshua 24. Now, Moses has died, and Joshua is the leader. Throughout the first 24 chapters of Joshua, we see that all the different battles they had to fight, they won. All the different nations and stuff that they had to take down, they took them down. But yet, after all of that, there was still some people worshiping other gods. There were still some people who wanted to do things like the other nations. There were still some people who wanted to commit adultery and fornicate and wanted to do all this mess that had nothing to do with the Most High and the way they told them they're supposed to live. After all of that, now let me just read something here in Joshua 24. We've heard this verse many times, but you just didn't know what it related to. So let me give you the background here. Joshua 24, verse 15. No, excuse me, let me start at verse 14. It says, now therefore fear the Lord, serve him in, excuse me, I'm going to start back at verse 11. It said, then you went over to Jordan and came into Jericho, and the men of Jericho fought against us. And this is all the different people. The Most High said, I sent a hornet before you, which drove them out before you. Also the 2 kings of the Amorites, but not with your sword or with your bow. So he's saying, I was fighting the battles. You were just getting the victory. I fought the battles. I sent the hornets. I sent the things. I sent the tribulation. I sent the pestilence. You were just benefiting from it. Look at verse 13. He says, I have given you a land for which you did not labor, and cities in which you did not build. And you dwell in them, and you eat of the vineyards and the olive groves, which you did not plant. So the Most High gave them this great promised land that they didn't have to build. They had fruits and vegetables that they didn't have to grow. Houses that they didn't have to build. But look at what it said in verse 15. Verse 14 says, therefore fear the Lord, serve him in sincerity and in the truth, and put away the gods in which your fathers served on the other side of the river and in Egypt. Serve the Lord. Now you would think, after all of this, why am we still holding on things to the past? And this is what I want to bring out to us. Many of you that are watching this video right now, that's going to watch this video in the days to come, you're still holding on to traditions of your grandparents. You're still calling yourself Baptist, and you're still calling yourself Zion and Kojic, and you're holding on to all these things. You're saying, I'm black and I'm proud, and all this stuff. You're holding on to this stuff, and all it was in the demise of our people. Why are we still holding on to these things? It's time to move forward and serve the Lord of this Bible. Read it and get into it and see what the truth is. And not what people just saying. I say it all the time. Everybody want to go to church and want to get a party, a show put on for them. They want to get up there and the preacher want to stand on the chair. Oh yeah, say yeah. What has that done for us? Because while we were saying yeah and all this stuff, we weren't saying this. And this is why we are where we are today. So Joshua is pleading with the ones, the descendants of the people who died in the wilderness. Listen, put down that stuff of your fathers. Look at verse 15. It says, and it seems evil to you. He said, if it seems evil to you to serve the Lord, choose for yourself this day who you will serve. What are the gods which was their fathers served on the other side of the river? Because what he's talking about is that when they went into the promised land, they crossed the Jordan River. That song that you sing in church all the time, Jordan River, I am bound to cross, that is what it's talking about. Okay? They had that one more river to cross. They got one more river to cross. That's what the song is talking about. When they came into the promised land, they had to cross that Jordan River. That was the last thing before they went into the promised land. Okay? Now, we're here for those who just getting on. We're in Joshua, the 24th chapter, and we're looking at verse 15. So he's saying, now, if it seemed evil for you to serve the Lord, choose for yourself that you would serve the gods of which your father served that were on the other side of the river. All the gods of the Amorites. If you want to serve those pagan gods, those false gods that they serve, that died in the wilderness for, serve them. If you want to serve the gods of the Amorites that we're in right now, serve them. Right? In the land you dwell. But as for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord. Now I'm asking you who are listening today. Choose this day who you're going to serve. But as for me and my house, we're going to serve the Most High through Christ. Period. It's no ifs or buts about it. There's no denomination in this. There's no sidebar, nothing. Christ, the Most High. Period. That's it. Choose you this day. If you want to stay with what they've been doing the whole time in this country and just keeping it real and all this other nonsense, then stay with it. But as for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord. And I suggest you do as well. So Joshua gave them that. Told them,